Hello, everyone. Welcome to section 2. Today we are, let's see, what is it? It's the 19th of September in 2023. And we are going to be working a little bit on some things to consider and exercises you can do while you're getting to keep your balance, whether you're doing any kind of Tai Chi or whether we're getting ready, which we will be in, I don't know, whatever it is, 3 weeks or something like that. We might be getting to that point where we'll be getting ready for our kicks. So you can start now building up your muscles and your habits with all of that. And we're going to review turn body chop with fist today. And then depending on how much time we have, what I would like to do is go at least over the transition to the next move, which is parry, block, and punch. And I believe we'll have time to do all that today. So first thing we should do, though, before we start, is actually the first thing we're going to do today is a little different. Let's do some of these balance exercises and talk about that, and then incorporate some of that into our practice of section 2 when we start. So why don't we begin in this sort of prepare, right? And then why don't we raise our arms up? And you can, do that like a bag of apples if you want. That may be more comfortable. Yeah, hold that big bag of apples. If you're used to doing standing practice, then you could do it up here. But whenever those arms get tired, feel free to move them. And don't worry, if you want to just let them go, this is all right also. Okay? So there's no right way. I just want you to feel that your whole body is integrated. So let's hold a bag of apples for right now. We haven't done that in a while. And what I want you to do is really think about the lengthening of your spine, up and down. Up, and that looks lovely, up and down. And then I want you to shift a little left and turn out to the right. We've done this before, right? This is like the beginning of the form. Now, can you bring that foot in? And can you put it out and in and out and in and over? Looks like everybody can do that. Now, when you did that, did you start to feel it here? If you did, this is a good sign. I'm going to shift just a little over to the other side, whichever side you're doing. Turn out and shift. Where are you putting your spine? We talk after Kelly. We're calling it our Tai Chi pole, right? And then lift this foot up. Can you lift this foot up? Bring it in. We do this all the time, right? Out, in, out, in, out, in, over, down, shift, back. All right. Now, another way you can do it is be right here. So that's a very simple exercise, right? But it works, right? Depending on how bent your knees are. So your knees should be bent just about as far as you do your Tai Chi, right? Because you're not straight up when you do your Tai Chi. Where you start your Tai Chi, you're pretty straight up, but then you sink, right? Some people sink lower than others, but you bend your knees a little bit. So whatever is your bend, that's what you would be doing here. All right, so another way is to just start like this, a little easier. And we're just going to go put our foot out and go big toe, little toe, big toe, little toe, big toe, little toe, and back. And then this is like first position, you know, if you ever did dance or something like that. Move your Tai Chi pole, always keep it, none of this, none of that, you know, keep it straight. Come to neutral, feel centered, out, big toe, little toe. All we're doing is this. Nice. And then we're coming back. These are exercises Kelly does a lot. Now, toes, heels, toes, heels, toes, heels. If you want to put a little weight on that foot, that's okay too. Shift, toe, heel, toe, heel. But you know what? If you didn't want to put it down, but just really lightly, you can do that too. Here's another exercise for you. Okay, over on one leg, at neutral, go out, come back, go out, come back, keep neutral, go back, come in, go back, come in, go out, come in, go forward, come in. Do you feel that you're getting stronger? Maybe hard to do your Tai Chi. The real thing you're doing here is keeping the rest of your body quiet. So here's something you don't want to have happen. This, right? See that? Now my spine, does my spine look straight to you? Hip in, right? So make sure that you are holding yourself up. Okay? I don't remember if we did it on this side, but we're going to go out and out. We'll do it twice. And in and back. Nice. Now, if you're on a rug, it's a lot harder on a rug. So you might want to practice in your bathroom while you're brushing your teeth, right? You can do any of these exercises then. Brushing your teeth, it's like patting your head and rubbing your stomach. All right. So these are all good things to do. I'm going to give you one more. If you find that some of these exercises are feeling easy, especially in the front, then simply lift up and come down and lift up and come down. And you want to keep this all quiet here. Do you see how my hips are quiet? Very quiet. And then you can shift. Again, it's the alignment. Up, down, up, down, up, down. So those are all a really good start. Nice. Very nice. So practicing those moves, the most important thing, and you know what? If this is a challenge to you, I'm thinking that all of you are able to do this, but not all of my students have been able to do this. Feel free, if you're looking online, feel free to sort of keep that foot right there all the time. That's all right. Do what you can. And anytime, see, you can have it there. But as your strength and your core muscles and everything build up, then you may not even have to touch. It's a big challenge if you don't touch. It's a big challenge for me, right? So that's a good start. The single most important thing, however, in kicks and kicks will be to breathe out during the kick. So don't hold your breath. Don't ever hold your breath when you're doing this. Relax, relax. So you can sing a song, you know, there you are in the bathroom, right? There you are in the bathroom, you're brushing your teeth, you're singing a song, you're doing whatever you're doing. And these should help to get you started. Okay? Any questions? Okay. Let me make an adjustment here to my screen. Alexa just made a comment you probably didn't hear. Okay, let's practice what we know. Prepare. Okay, what I want you to do as we go through everything that we've been doing is I want you to keep your spine properly aligned. Okay? And shift your weight fully, empty and full. So we're going to shift a little to the right, turn, embrace tiger, return to mountain. When you're going to lift that right foot, think about your alignment. Stepping out, make it all smooth and aligned. Roll back, press, push, fist under elbow. Okay, you're about to pick up your left foot.
Fast.
Repulse monkey. 1, 2, 3. Diagonal flying. Raise hands and step forward. Don't forget that there's a turn to the left right here as your arms go forward. And arms rotate and pull down. All your weight is back. You're going to pick up that right foot and step shift. That's white crane. Brush knee and push. Needle to see bottom. Fan through back. Turn body, chop with fist. All right. So we're going to review turn body, chop with fist. First, I wanted to know if that was, it probably was pretty strange if you were trying to think about what you were doing and also occasionally think about your alignment. And then you go, but wait a minute, I'm like this, but you're still aligned this way. And your tailbone is still a little bit, it's not a lot tucked. It's a little bit down. It's relaxed. It's like this part of your back is certainly not bent up. Do you see this difference? Like, like that almost hurts me to do that. Whereas this, it's sort of flatter, right? Can you see? It's just like I lengthened it. It's like instead of holding it tight back there, I let it relax and lengthen. And that will also help. Any comments on what we just did? Okay. How about that turn body chop with fist? How are people feeling with it? All right. All right. So I'm going to review it today because I promised, and there's several people not here. They may look at the tape. So let us review it. First of all, by doing it a few times. So here we are. Just do it with me. So we are in fan through back. What's the easiest way to get in fan through back? Then we don't have to go down since we all know it now, is we take single width. We open our hook hand and we put it protecting our temple or palm. It's palm out and the palm is protecting our temple. Remember, your body is straight up and down. This is where we start for turn body, chop with fist. As we shift our weight back, our right hand is rotating and then pushing down as the left hand circles up over our head. As we shift back, we make a fist. Nothing else moves. Bringing that right foot in past neutral and out, bow step width. I brought my chopping arm up like a mace and my left hand is at my shoulder. As I complete that move forward, there's this little chop. Then turning square with my upper body, I pull my fist back down and I strike out with my left arm. My body is square to the front, my upper body. So let's try that again. From here, shifting back, rotating that arm, pushing down and over to close our arms. Sort of close our arms and turn. Shifting back, making a fist. Letting my foot come to neutral, one up, one down, step, 30% chop, and strike. Let's try that again. Shifting back, closing to the corner, making a fist, chop, turn, strike. Let's do it from this direction. You'll be turning away from me at the end. Shifting back, rotating that right arm, closing at the corner, shifting back, chop, and strike. Nice. And look at this terrible bow step I did. I just want you to know I do it too. If you don't get your foot all the way to the corner, it's very hard to step out for a bow step. And I didn't that time. Look at how far away I am. If I make it all the way to the corner, stepping out for a bow step is a lot easier. So that's a tip. And permission to have issues with that. So I know some of you are still practicing, which is good. Nice. Nice. No, that was good. We're going to do it again. We're going to do it again. Same direction. All right. So while you're doing this, let's just go here and remind ourselves they are the same position. Open up that fist. And there you go, right? That's where it is. Now this right hand, as we go back, I'm not going yet, is gonna just, that arm is gonna turn like this. And then it's gonna be pushing down and coming across your body, okay? So there we go. And the other arm's just gonna be coming up over your head, protecting your head on the way. So we're shifting back, the right forearm rotates, then it starts to push down and both arms sort of go into close. Shifting back, make the fist. As you shift back, one out, one in, chop, and strike. I'm kind of watching you trying to do it at the same time. Okay, and let's do it from this direction again. Let's see, does that help you? I think so. Let's see, if not, we'll do it from the other direction in just a second. From here, again, make sure you're not like this. Make sure you're like this. Shifting, pushing down, turning as you go past center, closing to the corner. As you go back, make a fist. Then one up, one down, 30%. Strike. Now from this side, so you're going to kind of have to look over your shoulder right at the beginning. Guess you'll have to look over. That doesn't make sense. You have to look over your shoulder all the time. Never mind. From that side. How are we on that? Why don't you try it one time? See if you can do it on your own. All right? See if you can do it on your own. So, starting to shift back, rotating that right arm, and just at your own speed. Nice, nice. All right.
I have a question.
Yes.
After you chop with your fist, your elbow comes back to your body, or does it come back further than your side?
So it is always, we always want our body shape. So, and the body shape, I know we're very used to these arms being here. And the question is, what happens when it's really down like this, right?
Right.
Well, so one of the principles in Tai Chi is, we haven't talked much about the principles. There are 10 of them. Actually, we've mentioned most of them. And sometimes in Prepare, I go through a lot of them, but I don't talk about them as, and this is the X principle, right? One of them is rounding your back, rounding your back, and sort of concaving, pulling in this part here. So one way you could do that is you could put your hands up here, your arms up here, and I'm just going to be normal, right? Normal. Now, I don't know if you can see, you can't see, it's a very small change, right? Anyway, one way to feel that is to feel as if everything is connected and there's this pull. I think you may have heard me say that once in a while. This pull that happens like out here, right? And if you've ever been told by a physical therapist to put your shoulders in your pocket, it's like the shoulder blade. If you slipped it into your back pocket, I know it doesn't go that far, but you know, if you slip it down, that helps too. It's very hard to find that muscle to slip it down. So what happens when you bring this back, you can't be like this. You see that? That's the opposite, right? Now I'm out here and I'm in the back. We want to be exactly the, see that? That's different. So it's not a rounding this way, it's a rounding this way of the back. So you bring it back so that you can still feel that the upper part of you, that looks good and that doesn't, right? If you go back like this, it's like if somebody hit your shoulder, you would dislocate your shoulder or you would rip your shoulder. But if you're in a good position and somebody hits your shoulder, it doesn't move. You're good. Same thing is true when throwing a strike or a ball. They tell the major league pitchers and other people, you can't go back like this to throw it. You have to turn and still be protected. They can't go back. So my elbow is back a bit, but my shoulder isn't back when I go to swing my arm. So you don't want to swing your arm like this either, right? You want to, that's why when I've always taught you to swing your arms, I've told you to swing this way and turn your upper body, right? So when you bring that back and you've turned here, it's going to be more here. It's not going to be like that. It's going to be more like that. So you can keep this. Yes, that looks good, Michael. And that's an excellent question. Okay, so that's part of your body shape. So if same thing's true on parry, block, and punch, it's really tempting to do this, right? It completely disappears back there. Look at that. Look at that exposed poor shoulder, right? No. We've got to keep our integrity up here, not let that joint just be out there. So yeah, it looks nice, Michael. Looks nice. Good question. Any other questions about parry, block, and punch? No, this one's turn, body, chop with fist. Okay, shall we go on? Okay, doke. Well, so where are we? So we were here. I'm just going to show you. We've come around. Now, we want to do parry, block, and punch. So before, when we did parry, block, and punch, we had our other foot forward. So this is going to be hard, but it's not, because we've been there before, right? We have been in a similar situation before. Remember when we wanted to do a grasp the bird's tail, and we were in the wrong position, right? We wanted to roll back. Remember that? What did we do? We came up, and in this case, we're going to come up and back. So let's actually review what we did before. So let's do it from here. Before, instead of being here, so normally to do parry, block, and punch, we're here. Well, yeah, I want to actually do as we do embrace tiger returns to mountain. So we're here. I'll just show you. we're here. This is my right arm. It's going to be easier to show you from here. How about we color coordinate here? So we find ourselves like this, and it's actually to the corner, but this is how we were when we wanted to do rollback. Do you remember? And then we come up and rotate the left arm, and then one in, one out. And we did that as we went back, and then we did rollback. Do you remember that? Right. Right. So you're probably used to, we could do it from here because we're used to doing it from the corner. So is that right? I'm so sorry. I'm like, let me just get there. There we go. Yeah, here we go. So we're here. And we brought the right arm up. I don't know if you can see it. And back, right? And then we turned. And we were able to do what we wanted to do, even though we don't usually do it that way. So, because usually our other foot is forward. Well, this is very similar to that. And it involves bringing this up, but turning it. But it's doing the same kind of thing. So it's here, right? Not here, but here, because we just went over that, right? It comes up and out, up and out, and it rotates up and out. Okay? And the other hand, so we've done parry, block, and punch. Let's see, no, sorry. That's the end of parry, block, and punch. That's not the one I want. I want chops with fists. There we go. Okay, so we're here. And the left hand is going to rotate, thumb up, and come in like this. Okay, so we're shifting back towards the middle. Right hand's coming up, left hand is rotating. As they're just about palm to palm looking at each other, one goes out and one goes in, and you're coming back. You're coming back. I want you to think that this is the first parry, that right here, you're connecting with somebody. Okay? So you're right, you're connecting with somebody. This is what's going to happen. And then it's into the rest of parry, block, and punch. So let's look at it from here. Let's see. Let's see here. So this is where we are. As we come back, first up, rotating, and then out with that right hand. Left hand just going to rotate and come like this, right? We're shifting towards the center. Now, we're just about centered, weights on both feet, kind of. Imagine this point. Somebody's coming at you, you've connected, you're gonna turn your upper body and parry them so that their punch misses you. Okay? There you go. Actually, the foot's gonna come in and start to come out, and your arm, and it's one line, two sides. Remember that? You root and you're connecting here. Remember this position with your heel up? Block, punch. So it's the exact same movement, except it begins really differently. And this is something that happens in the second and third sections. You revisit these movements. They are really great movements. They are really great techniques. You want to be able to do them anytime, right? If you're a martial artist. So you want to be able to manipulate how you connect with somebody so you can do the things you already do well, right? So that's where we're at. So let's try that one again. So we have turn body chop with fist. And starting to shift back, rotating the left arm and right arm, one back, one forward. Imagine connecting right here. Then you keep turning out of their way. Remember that? It's just like yeah, nice. It's just like as if you were doing a brush knee back there, except your fingers aren't open. Then the arm starts to come up and your weight starts to go forward and you step one line, two sides, root. Turn, block, and then turn, punch. I want to show you the whole thing once from the front. So we were here. It looks like this. I can't just, it's so funny. It's so hard to do it, to demonstrate it. All right, let me try that again. Let's see. So right arm up, left arm rotating, connecting, circling back, stepping forward, one line, two sides, and then out for that bow step. Yes, Erlyn? You have, no? You look like you had a question.
No, I'm just like, my body isn't connecting it real well right now, but I just have to look at it some more, that's all.
Right. Okay. So one of the things that I want to suggest that we do here is do it the regular way of parry, block, and punch, and then try to get into it from the new way. Okay. So in parry, block, and punch, here we go. We have just done a left brush knee in the regular parry, block, and punch. So let's get that back into our bodies. What happens? Our left hand rises halfway. Remember that? Then it rotates. Our left foot goes out. Now, this part right here is coming in. What do? You make a fist halfway down. Now, from here on, it's exactly the same. That other foot is coming through, stepping, one line, two sides. Then you go stand on that foot as your arms come forward. Then you spin as you block out. And just since we've been talking about it, you make sure you have good body shape, right? You sink your chest. Then as you come forward, you turn square and you turn right into that where that arm is. Let's do it one more time. It's probably easier. See, you were probably having to look over your shoulders, so we're going to do it this way. Brush knee and coming up, coming to the center. Now, arms circle down, halfway down, make a fist. Stepping through, one line, two sides. Now, the power point, the point of contact is going to be on the other side of our arm. We're coming up now this way and standing on that right foot till we're balanced. Then we spin. And again, make sure your body shape is good. Rooting with the left foot at a bow step. And forward punch. So what happens here? Well, instead of being like this, we've got the other foot forward and the other hand forward. Well, that's actually kind of convenient. We're going to go back instead of forward initially. We're just going to shortcut this a little bit. So we're shifting back, right arm up, left arm rotating, right arm out, left arm in. Oh, we've been here almost before. We're going to swing both arms down, bring that foot in, and then out. One line, two sides. Spin, block, punch. And go in the other direction. We would normally be here.
But we're not there.
We're not there. So we're here. And as we shift back, one up, one down, I mean, one in, one out at this point, and then swing down, one line, two sides, turn, block, and punch. Isn't it amazing how just changing the transition screws everything up? And don't worry, because it is what this means is that that looks lovely, Michael. Good job. So, so what this means is that when you get this, and you can do both of them, and you noticed I was having trouble at the beginning, right? Same. It will get into your body. And if it's got two transitions into it, eventually it'll be just as easy from one as the other. And you will start doing that transition more naturally because you will have done it twice now. So it'll all get into your body. And when you have two transitions, someday making a third is going to be even easier. All right, let's do everything we know because we're coming to the end of our hour. We did a little talking offline earlier for those of you who are watching this on video and saying, wait a minute, it's not been an hour. So so we're going to do it. And then at the end, we're going to do that last move again. All right. So let's do everything we know. Put yourself in the second section, prepare. Good body shape. That now includes what? Rounding your back and sinking your chest. And embrace tiger, return to mountain. You're going to have an opportunity now to enjoy this transition, which you know, and see how it's similar. Into roll back. Press. Push. Fist. Under elbow. Repulse monkey 1. 2. 3. 4. Diagonal flying. I'm going to talk you through this one, shifting weight to the right, left foot back, all our weight back, arms fly up, heel touch, turn your chest as your arms go forward. And white crane. Spreads its wings. Left, brush knee and push. Needle to see bottom. Fan through back. Turn body. Chop with fist. Parry, block, and punch. And let's just do that last from fan through back to the end of what we know. Turn body, chop with fist. Parry, block, and punch, shifting back, right arm rotating and coming up, left arm rotating and circling down, stepping one line, two sides, turn, punch. So we have time for a question if you have one. All right. It's actually looking out of the corner of my eye. It's looking pretty good. So here's what's going to happen next week. Next week, we are going to revisit this again and any other questions you have. Then there's another transition into grasp the bird's tail. And it's kind of delicious. It feels really good once you get it. So we're going to do that. And then we'll do some on grasp the bird's tail. And that's something you know. So there isn't a lot that's new next week, except the one transition. So I think we'll have time to really get these transitions solidified, and also to take another look at Grasp the Bird's Tail, which occurs 9 times in the form. So it's worth paying attention to, right? It has 5 key energies in it, and it's also a sequence of sort of attack and get thwarted, and attack from there, and attack from there, and attack from there. So it's a very interesting movement, and it's worth our revisiting in every section. So we will do that. So any final questions? Are we good? Looks like we are. All right. Thank you.